All right, this is part 2 regarding who Yahweh was and who man is on the earth. And I told you in part 1 where man came from. Now we're going to pick up where we left off, where Yahweh was forming a man. Forming. Okay. He formed. And when you look at this word, it's a little bit different. It's to fashion for a purpose. For a purpose. For a purpose. But this man was fashioned for a purpose now of the dust of the ground. In other words, when this is the biggest confusing thing when you see people say, oh, look, he balled up some dust in his hand and made man. No, that's not what it's saying here. He didn't create anything here. He made this man for service work, okay, from the dust of the ground. In other words, from the dust of the ground. When you see this term, the dust of the ground, dust of the earth. Now, man has already been populated to rule. These rulers have been populating the earth. Now, they chose a particular man from the dust of the ground. In other words, from all the men that they saw on the earth, from the dust of the ground. Man is like dust. In other words, man is populated. These ruling men were populated. Now they just selected a particular man from the man pool that was already here. It was just this a term. The sand in the sea is like the dust of the ground. It's not. They didn't ball up dust here and make a man. They just altered the man that was already here. These rulers took a man. Because they're after a serviceman. They're after a serviceman here. So when they made this man, he was a living being, but he was this living being. Now he was for service work. Okay, he was for service work. Let's go into the King James, and it says right here, in the Lord, and not cause it to rain upon the earth, because there was not a man to till the ground. Like I said, it wasn't because there wasn't a man already. There were ruling men on the earth. Yahweh was a ruling man, and they were already producing offspring in their image and likeness on the earth. But like I said, the toil was too great, even according to the Sumerian text. So they had to make a man for service work, and this means slavery. Unfortunately, this means slavery. Okay, so this man's coming from slavery. They searched all the men that were here from the dust of the ground, and they formed a man. Okay, and they took this man. Okay, they took this man, and this particular man, these rulers, this ruling man, took this man and put him in the Garden of Eden to dress it and keep it. Well, what do you think this means? What do you think this means? This means they're going to be subject for service work. Okay, this man is going to be a serviceman. Okay, serviceman only. This Genesis 2 is not a continuation of Genesis 1. In Genesis 1, they created man, which is procreated man in the likeness and image of them, and they made them for rule. If you're going to be in the likeness and image, like it says here, in his own image, in their own image and likeness, okay, you're going to be, and he made a man and female. They're going to be for rulership. Okay, they're going to be for rulership because it tells you right here, let us make man to rule. So these men were ruling. Okay, this is a different man than the one and they came from these rulers and judges. But these rulers and judges, this is still man, because when they're going to make man to rule, but this man comes from, when they make this man, it comes from, when they make this man, it comes from the womb, just like I told you here. Created, a birth, right here, a birth. So this ruling man of birth, they made man in his own image, male and female. It's the ruling man. Like I said, now the first mention of this Lord, this Elohim, this Lord, meaning Yahweh, Elohim, which is a ruler. These rulers had to make a man because there was not a man to till the ground. This is the reason why in Genesis 2 this is here. It's not a continuation. This was a man to till the soil. Okay, it has nothing to do with the ruling man. So this is another man. Just like I told you, this is all part of mankind. Any man. This could be any man. A ruling man. It could be a servant man. Just because you see the word 120 Adam, it's not this word. This guy named Adam that they track through this is the book of the genealogy of Adam, 121. See, notice they got 121 here. This is capital in the day. See, this is Adam. This is the genealogy of this man. Okay, that has nothing to do with the word mankind. This mankind was created either to be a ruler or to be a servant. Okay, that's why when the sons of God saw the daughters of man, when you're a son of the Elohim, you're a ruling man. You saw the daughters of man, which is a common man, which is going to be the servant man. That is why they did not want you to breed with these men. See, look, when they made this man, I'm going to show you now, when they made this man, okay, they made this man, and they did not want, let's go find out. When they made the man to till the ground, they didn't make him, they just made the man as a serviceman, just like the Samaritan text said, but they said it was hard for them. They didn't want to keep just making a man for service work. So they said right here, and the Lord God, which is a ruler and judge, which this particular one was Yahweh, because this guy was responsible for making this servant man, because they don't want to work. It is not good for the man. See, not good for the man, which is Strong's one. This man should be alone. In other words, this was a man. He didn't have a womb. See, I will make a helpmeet for him. And out of the ground, they brought these other beasts of the field. These are other different kinds of genres of men. But there was not, see, but for Adam, there was not found a helpmeet for him. Okay, so, what did they do? And the Lord, right here, and the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam. Okay, and he slept. And they took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead of. Now, this is where the woman came from, and he made a woman. So now he gives this servant man a womb. See, and he brought this woman, to the man, the servant man. Okay, because we're talking about Yahweh in his servant man, because this is the one that was for service work, to till the soil, right here. They're bringing this womb now. So they're bringing the womb to the service man. Okay, and now it's going to be bone to my bone, flesh to my flesh. Now this is going to be the same kind of man that when they went from the dust to the ground, and they went for man, when they took this man from all that they saw, this particular man that they wanted to convert this in his offspring to a service man, they took this one from the same DNA people. So when you say your son is, hey man, he's a flesh of my flesh, or the bone of my bone, you're talking about your son or your kindred. Or your kindred. That's an expression that we can use today. That's all it is, an expression. Hey, you're a bone of my bone. In other words, you came from the same people I came from. Okay, so this shall be called woman. So now woman, the womb. This woman is different because this one carries the womb. Okay, and now they can have offspring. This womb, which is this womb. Now this service man is part of mankind, but he's a servant man. But he's still part of the Strong's 120 mankind. You see, he's still part of mankind. This could be any man now. There could be a ruling man or anything. But the way you read this Bible, this one here is he's still part of mankind. But now the difference is he has a womb. See, he has a womb. So now this one has a womb. Now the service man has a womb. And now they're going to make these servant men, and they're going to be free to, and they were not ashamed. Right here, they're going to cleave, and they're going to be one flesh. In other words, they're going to have offspring here, and they're going to have offspring, but they're going to be monitored because they are for service work only. And the ruling man is not supposed to breed with these servicemen. Okay, these servicemen are for service work. But the problem is, as you know, in Genesis 6, the ruling man saw the serviceman. Okay, the sons of God saw the daughters of man. So now they saw these daughters of man, and they said, you know what, we like them, and we're going to take, they like those women, and they're going to take those as wife. And that was against what these rulers and judges said in the beginning. They did not want this man to be mixing with them, because there's going to be another man that's going to be brought in on the earth, and it's going to be a mighty man. Okay, now this is where this other man comes in. This is a man. Okay, this is a man right here. Okay, but this is a mighty man. Okay, this is a great mighty man. Great and mighty man, because when you go into Genesis 6, okay, when you go into Genesis 6, okay, and you're going to say, see, when the sons of God, the sons of the Elohim, which is the sons of the rulers and judges, saw the daughters of men, okay, these are the serviceman. Okay, now they want their wife. They want to take them as wives. So, they can take, they can put their man. These sons of God are men, and they know they can impregnate these women now, and they can mix their DNA. Now they're going to mix their DNA with the rulers with these servant men, and they were giants, but they were not giants. This is the word Nephilim. This is this conversion to get you off straight. But what you really got to pay attention to is the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men. Mighty men. The same became mighty men. They became mighty men. What is a mighty man? It's an ish. Okay, ish. It's a mighty man. This is a mighty man. They became mighty men. And a mighty man, and when you're a mighty man, you can only come from a ruler. When you're ish, that's why when the Hebrews saw ish, when they saw the mighty man, and when they understood what an ish was, that's an ish. They knew that this man was an offspring of a ruler, because the origin of Ish is from a ruler. So the Hebrew understood Ish as being from the ruler, and the origin coming from the ruler's ruling man, which you call God, what you're calling God, what you're calling this God here. See, this God is a ruler. The ruling man, but they were supposed to breed amongst themselves, and if they breed with the common man, the one for service work, the woman, take the woman, they're going to form a mighty man. In other words, they're going to not only they're going to have what the ruler has and all the technology, but they're going to be mighty. In other words, they're going to be physically mighty. Okay, they're going to be able to dominate these, even though these are rulers and judges, and they're going to have dominion. Their dominion is going to be at stake, because if these rulers start breeding with the common man, the women they're robust. Okay, these women are robust, and they're going to form one that's mighty. Now, this mighty man is a half breed. Okay, he's a high degree. That's because his origins is from the sons of God and the daughters of men. So now he's a very dangerous man on the earth, and they know it. Okay, now. They know that this Ish came from a man, but you have to understand now, what is the first Ish that's produced? Okay, this is what is the first Ish that is produced from the rulers. Okay, when mankind. Now, this doesn't tell you, it just says, see, they want to say it's a guy named Adam had relations with his wife, but with the woman. See, they put these words wife and Adam like it's a guy named Adam and his wife. No, man, this is mankind. Okay, which could be a son of God. It could be a ruler, the rulers themselves. Okay, this is part 2. We're going to go to part 3. So stay tuned for part 3. It's coming up shortly. If you like it, hit the like button.